Overlock the side edges of the skirt pieces, then place them right sides together, carefully aligning the side edges. Place your zip so the top of the zip tape lines up with the top edge. Mark with a pin where the zip will finish, in line with the metal zip stop. Then continue to pin the edges together. Place the pinned edges under the presser foot at the first pin, which leaves the opening for the zip. Use a 2 cm seam allowance. That's the third guideline on your machine. Make sure you backstitch at either end. Iron the seam flat first. Check your 2 cm seam allowance and then iron the seam allowances open. Where you have not sewn, iron the seam allowances back the same amount, which is 2 centimeters. Turn it to the right side. On the back skirt, try to iron a crease about 3 millimeters into the seam allowance. This is a little bit tricky. Leave the front skirt folded down and slide the zip into place, just a few millimeters away from the fold of the fabric. It must be a few millimeters away for the zip slide to slide up and down without catching the fabric. And place the pins from the top of the zip towards the bottom so that they'll be the right way around when you sew. You'll be sewing from the bottom of the zip towards the waistline. To change the foot, unlock the presser foot, remove it, replace it with the zip foot, and lock it in place. Before you begin sewing, you must move the needle to the right. When using a zip foot, the needle must always be between the zip and the foot. Begin sewing alongside the zip at the very start of the opening that you've made. Backstitch. Remember to keep your fingers well clear of the needle. Sew slowly, using the edge of the zip foot against the edge of the fabric as your guide. Be a little bit careful around the top of the zip. Just go slowly or use the hand wheel and backstitch. Now fold the front skirt back over the zip and so it just covers the zip completely. Again, pin towards the bottom of the zip. Start at the bottom of the zip towards the waistline, keeping the fabric flat and smooth and hiding the zip. Because this is the first time you've sewn a zip, I suggest you hand baste where you have pinned. Hand basting just means hand stitching. You use a running stitch, which is just in and out of the fabric in a steady line. Use doubled thread and tie a knot at the end before you start. So in and out about 1 centimetre apart and about 1 centimetre away from the edge of the fabric. Don't pull the stitches too hard or the fabric will pucker, and put an extra stitch at the bottom to stop it from loosening. I'm actually going to use Scotch Magic Tape to help create a line just under 1 centimetre from the edge of the fabric. It's just to be used as a guideline to help keep your stitches in a straight line. You will need to pin and sew an angle from the side seam towards your line of tape. You need to make sure that we don't hit the metal zip stop underneath, so feel it with your finger. The needle position has to be changed to the left side now. Drop the needle into your work using the hand wheel. You'll have to sew a slight corner when you get level with the sticky tape. Make sure you don't sew on the sticky tape, just sew alongside it. The camera angle makes my fingers look very close here, but you must be careful to keep your fingers well clear of the needle. When you get near the top of the zip, you need to drop the needle, lift the presser foot, open the zip, lower the presser foot, and then continue to the end, finishing with a back stitch. Now just remove the sticky tape. Then using your quick unpick, just remove the threads of the basting. They should come out quite easily because you've just done a running stitch and that's all. Now your zip is complete. Just give it a test run to make sure it slides up and down easily and sits nice and flat. From the wrong side of the skirt, we can pull the threads from the right side through to the wrong side and tie a knot. Just instead of doing some back stitching on the other side, this will stop the threads from undoing.